Hello, everybody, and today I will talk about myself and I will talk about how I go through my experiment. So, very often I'm asked how exactly I feel my responses, or how I do exactly when my responses are different from what my mind tells me. So first of all, I will tell you that I have 6 open centers. I have only 3 centers defined, and those are my sacral, I'm a generator, my ego, and my spleen. I have 3457, a channel that connects my spleen to my sacral, and that gives me a very strong sense of intuition, which I was aware of my intuition when I was already much younger, before human design and before other experiments, let's say. And particularly, my intuition is very correct and very strong in the situations where it concerns my physical survival, my body well-being. So when something is not suitable for my body like literally blocks. Like it's very strong sense of I don't want to be here, I don't want to feel this person, I don't want to be exposed to this or that. And I have got a lot of uncomfortable feelings in the places of work where I still thought earlier that I am supposed to be there, I'm supposed to come there every day. My body was giving me very strong indications that it's uncomfortable to be here and it's like unhealthy. That's the feeling I get. It's unhealthy. And I usually pay big price when I insist and when I ignore my intuition. And honestly, by now, I am just not capable. If I think 5-7 years ago, it was still a matter of maybe deciding, I would feel my response, I would feel my intuition, and my mind would still struggle and give me ideas and suggestions, and I would sometimes still follow the ideas and suggestions. Right now I can see what my mind tells me, so I'm observing it as a background, but my body sensations are very bright and they're very insistent. And whenever I have tried not to follow my response exactly and my intuition exactly, I get such a strong backlash in the situation. The situation explodes. I really could not carry on, even if I have made a first step that was indicated by my mind and pushed by my mind. After this first step, everything comes back to the initial stage, and I carry on with my response as well, how my energy guides me. So I must say, first maybe 2 years of being an experiment was a real struggle. I could still feel my mind, I could feel my body, and there was a lot of this dragging, like, the mind was still taking over and saying, you cannot just follow some stupid responses. There was a lot of inner dialogue, and that inner dialogue, as you know, takes a lot of energy. Right now, I am just, whenever I get the indication from my body, from my intuition, from my response, it's like I'm already in it. I am here to live in the moment, in the very present moment, and I am here to follow the awareness that I receive in the moment. So when I get that awareness, I already see it. So this is the truth. This is my truth at this moment. Sometimes I'm still not sure how exactly my action's supposed to be, so that can take a while. but the awareness has already arrived, so I know exactly where is my position and what is correct for me and what is not. Definitely when we interact with other people, it's harder to observe and witness only our responses and only our energy, because it's a mix of energies. So I have noticed that when I'm with others, I can be still impacted by their emotions, and I can be still carried away, but I'm just like more aware. So when I'm impacted by the emotions and I know, oh, I am being emotional right now, and this all feels like a big party or a big fun, and I know that after a while, when I get back to myself, I will check with myself again. And this is what happens whenever I'm not exposed to the very powerful emotional influence, or I'm not surrounded by people, and I can get back to myself. I know exactly, I can connect to myself and feel what is right for me and what is not. And if it's or I am more aware of the influence of others, and I accept it, and I accept others as they are more, because that's a direct result of living who you are, is that you simply accept others as they are. So you can consider them to be, as I like to say, to be pandas or kangaroos, or like call them any animals you like, but you can clearly see that this is a panda or this is a bird, and you can't expect from this particular animal, like you can see your expectations, and you can see what this person are, and loving them is accepting them for who they are. That became much easier for me, definitely. And whenever I start having expectations, I am just checking with myself, checking with what exactly I want, and I can just define it that this is what I want and this is what I need to do. It's not about the other person. Knowing my open centers keeps me constant confirmation on the things that are not me. So being impacted and feeling different, observing different kind of thoughts, feeling the emotions going through me, feeling how this adrenalinal stress, I have open roots, so how adrenalinal stress impacts me when I'm surrounded by others, and knowing that that's an exposure, that's what I'm feeling. And I started even to enjoy it more, because when you know that this comes and goes, and when you're sure this is not exactly you, and that's not a permanent state, being exposed to all these feelings, at least for me, is much more fun. Ask me questions and let me know what else what else I can share with you about based on my own experiment. Thank you.